Today I'm going to show you how to remove the front wheel off of a bicycle right here. This right here is a mountain bike, and I want to remove the front wheel. Say for instance you want to get in your car and you don't have enough space and you want to remove the wheel. This is probably what you would do. Or if you're trying to change the tire or do whatever, okay, fit it somewhere or ship it off, you want to take off the front wheel. It'll give you added space. So let's go ahead and get started with that. All right, so right here is I have the front wheel. Now, newer bikes, typically you don't need a wrench to take off the front wheel, typically, all right, not all. All right, so what I'm gonna do is you have this lever right here, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this lever and I'm going to pull it outwards towards me. Now what this does is it loosens it up so it can be unscrewed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to unscrew this. You see my bike is laid flat on a surface. I'm going to unscrew this. Now, in the past, you were able to unscrew this a little bit and pull up, but manufacturers have known that is a safety risk. So if you look right here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see this. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. So if you look at this, there is no way for this to pull up and come off right here. Okay, that is a safety design that manufacturers developed with their bikes so people don't lose their front wheel had they not tightened this back up when putting the front wheel on. So the newer bikes have this guard in place so the wheel doesn't fall off. Older bikes, you can typically loosen it up and pull it off and the wheel comes off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to unscrew this right here. I'm going to unscrew this on this side. Just keep on going like this. And if you unscrew it enough, this pin will come out. Okay, once you have that pin that comes out like that, you're able to go ahead and lift this out. Now it's important that this pin is removed or else you will not be able to remove the tire. Now you see when I pulled it out, I'm going to show you really quick. If you look right here, this is what I'm talking about right here. So you see this right here? This is where the pin came out of. And I'm going to come up closer to the bike so I can show you how this actually unfolded right here. So it has the pin in place and it prevents the tire from accidentally coming out if it isn't tightened too much. So it just slid out just like this, out of these slots right here. Now, if you notice, there is a disc brake right here. Now, there's a disc brake on the tire, all right? And when I put this tire back on, I'm gonna show you how it slides back into the disc brake system. So this is the disc brake that goes in for the disc brake system right here. So right here, and you see this is where the pin comes out of on that side. Now, I'm gonna go back onto the other side and I'm going to show you how I put the tire back on with the brake system. So I'm going to get in closer. All right, so bear with me a hot second. All right, I'm going to show you how it goes back into the brake system and for you not to get super agitated or annoyed at it not going back in. So I'm going to come back in and I'm going to show you the disc brake system really quick. All right, so right here, I'm showing you right here. This is where the disc slides in. Let me get in closer so you can see this. All right, so the disc slides inside of the disc brake system right here. And this disc is gonna slide back in there. And I'm gonna show you a little bit. I'm gonna put this back down. And you see the disc, you just want it to line up. You don't wanna jam it down there. And it slides back into place. And you see on this side, the nubs slide back into place right here. Like, watch that. On that side, and I'm gonna bring it back over here to this side, okay? So we can see it in its entirety. All right, so right here, it slides back into place, just like this. All right, so once you have it securely on both sides, you're gonna take the pin right here, and you're going to go ahead and put it back through, okay? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take the pin, and I'm gonna slide it back in, just like that, and then I'm going to screw it, okay? Make sure that all parts in this, I forgot to mention this to you, are still intact. And it's very important that you have the spring still on here if yours has a spring. So I'm gonna slide this back into place, and I'm gonna go ahead and screw this with this open like here, because it makes it easy. If I go like this, it's gonna make it tough and it's not gonna go all the way in. So I pushed it in, screwed it enough, and you wanna try to pull on it slightly to make sure that it actually caught the thread on the other side. So once it's all in place, the disc brake is in there, the tire is aligned in there, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna screw this in just like I'm doing right here. Do you see this? All right, so it's screwed in. And how I like to do it, I screw it until it ever so slightly gets tight to where I can't screw it too much, but I don't want to over screw it. And I'll tell you why. Because it's just like when you screw it just enough, you want to leave a little bit of room so this can be clamped back down. So I'm going to go ahead and clamp it. Now it's important that you have this clamped the right way, because you don't want this to come unloose while you're riding, okay? That's important that it doesn't come loose. And typically I like to do it like this so it aligns like here, but you have to make sure that nothing falls and pulls that loose. So I have it aligned with this bar right here. Now you want to follow your manufacturer's instructions on how you should have it aligned, but that's typically what I do, okay? So follow your manufacturer's instructions on where this is supposed to be lined, but I generally like this, that way nothing gets in the way, like when I'm riding, to where it can damage it. So I have it lined up like this. Your manufacturer may have it lined back down, I don't know. All bikes are different. All right, so once you have that in place, it's screwed and secure into place. The pin is in place. I had just put the tire back onto my bicycle, and that is how you take off and put back on a front wheel of your bicycle. I hope this video is helpful. Thanks a lot for watching.